today we are here to make a good action. We are here to help this guy, Awad, to get a little bit of visibility, to get some subscribers, because he has this little YouTube channel, but he's growing fast, and I hope to him to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty soon.
So thank you. I'm just trying so hard to get some exposure, and he was so kind to let me on here, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And how are you, Ben? How's been your day?
I'm doing pretty good. You know what? I did some coding today, so when I do some coding, it's always a good day.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So, can you tell us a little bit about your story? How did you get started? Maybe you can also start from when you get into development. So you not from your birth, but yeah, from whatever point you want, and then move on. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. So I started, I guess, getting into computer science and programming in general around 16 years old when I took a Java class just to try it out and see if I liked it. And I ended up enjoying it. And I actually spent a little bit more time with Java. I was like, what can I build with Java that's like an actual thing? And so that thing happened to be an Android app. I had an Android phone. And so I started by creating a to-do list. And then I created like a League of Legends thing that would hit the API and then display on Android app. And then I made a stack calculator as well. So I did a lot of Android development, and that was probably like between the ages of like 16 to 18 when I was just trying out Java and doing that stuff. And then I went to college and I did a computer science degree. And kind of during that time, I was trying to figure out what type of development that I actually wanted to do. And I tried a bunch of different stuff. I tried competitive programming. I didn't really like the grind. I didn't like it. So I switched to other stuff. I tried machine learning. I didn't like that either because I didn't like the grind of training models and just tedious doing it over and over. I have a video on that too if you're more curious why I don't like ML. But yeah, I tried different types of development, and what I ended up landing on is web development because I liked building stuff for myself and like being able to build a website that other people use and it's visual, and apps that I could build and use for myself was really nice, and I really liked that. So I eventually learned React, and then I've been doing React ever since, and I've just have been doing a bunch of web dev stuff once I like figured out that's what I wanted to do, and that's where I've spent most of my time. So yeah.
Yeah. So you had this initial phase when you started, you tried something, and then that it was the good one, or you were not sure about that.
Yep. So basically, I maybe like within a month, I was able to figure out what I liked and what I didn't like. I was like, well, am I enjoying this month or not of me coding and building ML models? Not really. You know what? It's actually super boring. And I actually didn't like web development at first. I did Django, which is a Python framework, which was kind of nice. And that was like my first like positive experience with web dev. But before that, I did like just vanilla CSS and HTML and JavaScript, and that was just awful. I didn't like it at all. I thought I hated web development. I actually didn't really start enjoying web development until I used React and TypeScript. And but yeah, I would try stuff for like, I would say maybe a month or so, and then I would figure out whether or not I liked it. And I would just in that month, either build a project with ML. I was doing Kaggle stuff, so I was doing competition Kaggle and just like trying to follow the thing and build an algorithm data. And yeah, so I just would try that out.
Yeah. And how did you get started your YouTube channel? Because maybe a lot of us they know you because of that. Of course, it's not as small. Yeah, please check his YouTube channel before. And how did you get started? How did it start the idea? When did you get started? Yeah, because this is really important for me. Yeah, also.
So you know how I told you I was building Android apps? For some reason, I decided to live stream the to-do list that I built in Android. I have no idea why, but I live streamed it on Twitch. I built, and I actually maybe 12 or maybe 16 parts. And it was just me not knowing anything about Android development, going to Google and just Googling my way through an entire to-do list app in Android. And so after I streamed that on Twitch, I just posted it on my YouTube channel, which, at the time it was basically just to save and archive it. It wasn't like I had a YouTube channel. So that was like my first video. And I didn't look at it for a year. I didn't look at YouTube. I didn't stream anymore. Then a year passed and I looked at my YouTube channel. I'm like, what the heck? Like, it was just one day I just stumbled upon my own video. Or I just looked at the dashboard. I was like, this has 10,000 views. Why are people watching this crap? Like, it was a terrible live stream. There's terrible content. I didn't have any idea what I was doing. So I was like, you know what if I try this again, but I actually put some effort into it and I actually figure out like a better format and let's see how this goes. And then I just started making more and more videos and basically I never stopped. I was very consistent with it. I just made more and more videos until I got really good at making videos. And I made even more videos. Like if you look at my video archive, I have like over 1,000 videos or something. So I've just made a crap ton of videos. Yeah.
Yeah. We have 1,058 for when I checked the last time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you posted something in the meanwhile, but I was really impressed by that. Yeah, because I didn't like 30, and I'm really happy for myself. I mean, I'm so proud. But when I watch your number. Yeah, so yeah, this is kind of strange that you started from live stream and then you get into YouTube. So did you find any difference? Which was the main difference between these two, the experience, for example, in making videos, maybe the different contact with the people? Yeah, the experience.
So
we know
I
the
actually
difference,
think,
of course.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I want to like get good at live streaming. Not try to get, not that I'm bad per se now. Maybe I am bad, but I feel like live streaming code just sucks. I feel like live streaming just like sucks right now for coding. I made a video more about like my thoughts on this, but I don't think it's a great format for coding. And so I think there's like, you just should go a different route if you want to do coding. Because like the main thing is there's just so much dead time. When I live stream coding, I might sit there for like 2 hours trying to figure out why my dev environment won't even work, right? Like this stuff happens and you just like so much dead time and the user who's watching isn't getting any value out of it, right? Like they don't need to watch me. Like I think some like showing some trial and error is good, which I like to like put in my YouTube videos, like watch me figure out the error. But it's one thing to figure out the error and it's another thing of you just like dirtling for like 2 or 3 hours. And that's what I think happens a lot when you try live streaming code. And so I actually think that YouTube videos are a much better medium to like learn to code and to follow along than with a live stream. Like I like live streams. I wish they were better for coding, but I like if I were trying to decide whether like if I was going to suggest to somebody whether they should spend their time live streaming on Twitch and make coding content or making YouTube videos, I would tell them YouTube every single time. You should just devote all your time to YouTube. Twitch is not going to give you much in the, well, for anything really. YouTube is where it's at for that, I would say. Yeah.
This is an unpopular opinion because I think that
is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had other opinions that say, oh, if you go like streaming code, it's good, but yeah, what you say is totally on point. So I don't know, but it's strange.
So here's the thing. I think you can get it to work. Here's the other way you can get it to work. Like if you are like very prepared ahead of time and you only live stream for like an hour, and in that hour you are like, you know exactly what you're gonna make, and it's basically like you are now have like a live audience with you and you can interact with chat and stuff. I think that can work. But that's the other thing too. Like it's hard to like focus on coding and also interact with chat at the same time. So that's another thing that's very hard to do both. And you're just going to lose focus or, you know, you lose your place or whatever. And it's hard to balance it.
Yeah. This is exactly what I said today to another person. Yeah, that maybe if you do gaming streaming, maybe it's easier because you interact with people and you chat. But when you code, you need to focus unless you're doing something very, very easy for you. Then you can just relax. But even for intermediate things, you need to focus because otherwise, you start making mistakes. So I don't know if it can work. You know,
I think like the cool thing about it is it's interactive. So I think you can get some like kind of classroom interaction style things where you have maybe a group of like, that's the thing, like maybe if you have like a set group of people that you're like specifically doing a class for, but when you're just streaming on Twitch and randos can just join and do whatever, it feels less good than just like a Zoom class where you're live streaming code or something like that.
Yeah. So what you suggest that, okay, you can do this for fun, but this should not be your main goal. This is what you.
I don't
Yeah.
here's how you
Yeah.
know. Tell me the top coding streamer, right? Tell me how many views he gets versus the top gaming streamer, right?
Yeah.
And there's just not even, they're not even close right now.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, the views aren't everything too. Like if you enjoy streaming code, you should stream code, right? But as far
Yeah.
as like the other thing is like how many people can you impact with that stream versus how many people can you impact to teach them the code with a YouTube video?
Yeah.
That's the other thing as well.
Yeah, and now I remember one thing that you recently made one insane video of 14 hours. That was
Yep.
insane. I remember that because I was just editing one of my first videos, and I was rendering, and while when rendering, I did a mistake. I went on YouTube on your YouTube channel, and I said, "Okay, let's see what." And I said, what's going on? How much time did it take? Did it took to to render? Because I don't know. Yes.
Oh, that definitely took like 2 days or something. That took forever
Wow.
to render. Yeah, that was a massive video. And you know what's really annoying? So on the YouTube video, I don't know if you've seen the feature where you can have like these little bars on the video where you can see
Yeah.
this is a chapter of the
Chapter.
video. This
Yeah.
is, yep, they got the like, this is the intro, this is the first part. So I added chapters, but the thing
Yeah.
is it's a 14-hour video. So there's a like 50
Yeah.
chapters in this thing.
Yeah. I
And
remember.
YouTube can't handle 50 chapters. Like it disappears and it's super annoying. But I mean, that's what I get for uploading a 14-hour video. So
Yeah, you didn't think about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't. So
yeah. So
now I know.
and I think it took some time to make all the chapters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have to do a 13-hour video next time, a little bit shorter.
Oh wow. Yeah. Wow. Yes. Yeah, and yeah, I'd like to tell you how did I start my YouTube channel, because you are one of the reason why I've started my YouTube channel, or maybe the main reason. I don't know if you
Sweet.
I don't know if you remember this, maybe not, but on the 25th of July, I've posted a video of myself. Do you remember that? Maybe not. It's a
I have
20.
no idea,
Yeah,
but
of
maybe if you
course.
keep
Yeah,
saying
but
stuff, I might.
no, you can say this. I'm not offended by that. But I did this for I did this 23-second video, and it was like my very first video on internet. So I was really anxious about that. It took me hours to do that. I posted this one. I said like thank you for 20,000 followers, something like that, and you commented that. Commented there. Then when is your YouTube channel coming up?
Yep.
I don't know if you
Okay,
remember.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you remember that. Yeah, and when and this made me triggered that comment coming from you. Yeah, yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious. That comment triggered me because I said, okay, now I want to work on this. And then I started to work to make the first video. Then other things came up. It's not the only
Yeah.
thing. That I still remember. I think that I will remember forever that comment. That it didn't much. And if you remember, when I started my YouTube channel, I think that I sent you a message like, I've created my YouTube channel. Now you should just subscribe to that. Something like that. Yeah, and you subscribed. You are subscribed to this channel. So
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. So it's strange that sometimes if you get the comment at the right moment, can trigger it can trigger
Yeah,
you
I mean,
so much.
I think more developers should have YouTube channels and that they
Yeah.
should start posting content. I think
Yeah.
it's a
And
great medium to share.
yeah, and before February and March, I didn't even made an article ever. So not only videos, but nothing. I studied a lot. I worked for European Space Agency, so I work a lot. I worked a lot, but I couldn't define myself really a content creator. I'm still not, but I'm working on that. Yeah, and I also think that I don't know. I don't know many people, but I think that you are one of the best content creators. I like your format.
Thank you.
Your format is so dry. It's real. It's real. No, yeah. It's real content. Your content, yeah, with a capital C. That when someone, it's true, but it's true. Yeah, when someone goes to your channel, it's just for content. So yeah, it's just you. Yeah,
I love my content as well. I
Yeah.
agree. Best content, capital C.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. So there's yeah. So sometimes and I've watched many of your videos. You have also posted some Docker videos which are pretty good. Also, they're fine. They're fine. I say this by I studied Docker for like four years, and by seeing your Docker videos, they're pretty good. They do their job. So pretty fine. I didn't even wanted to do one because there is already the Ben Awad one. So, but then I started. That's it because this is my main topic, and I love to go on that. So that's my little story. I wanted really to say you that because sometimes it's strange that maybe if you have many followers, many subscribers, I don't know. So if you say something, it can change something. Yeah, and this is what
Yeah, for
happened to
sure.
me. Yeah, sorry for the off topic, a bit, but it's really something that I wanted to say to you. Yeah. So and when will you reach your 1 million? So we want that. So jokes aside, what are you working on that? Do you have any plan? Are you planning something, or you just go one video at a time?
Oh, I definitely just go one video at a time.
Yeah.
I'm not a deep plan 3, 5 videos in advance. I'm definitely just take it one at a time. After I finish one video, I'm like, let's think about what we're gonna do next, and I just take it one at a time. Because
Like
also the
that.
other thing, I'm always changing. Like I always take my last video and then I think about it and then I might do something different. So if I plan 5 videos in advance, it's like I may want to do stuff differently after what happens after one video. And so like I don't tend to do too much planning in advance because I want to be able to know, this is also just me procrastinating a little bit, but also like I prefer to like take it one at a time and be able to like specifically change it if I need to. And also I like to just like make videos spur of the moment. Like sometimes like something catches my interest and like let's make a video about it.
Yeah.
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 And
And
so
yeah. And I'd love to talk about your viral social videos because I loved them. I'm watching all the series. I want you to go viral on every social media. So,
me too, man. Me too.
yeah.
We're on the same team.
Yeah, and so can you talk a little bit about that? Because how did you get those crazy ideas?
So are you talking about VS Code stories? Are you talking about the TikTok one or which
Every,
one? Which one any in particular?
let's start from the first one. I want to hear all three of them. Yeah. So the TikTok,
Okay. So
yeah.
but yeah, so the TikTok one is actually just me copying someone else. So I don't know if you know who Tom Scott is. He made a YouTube video where basically he used the YouTube API to update in the title how many views his YouTube video has. So like right now, if you go Google like Tom Scott YouTube video, you'll probably be the top one. And so I was like, all right, let's just try that, but for TikTok. And so I was like, let's give it a go. And so that's how I got the idea for that. And you can watch the video to see how the TikTok one go. There are some ups and downs to it. But the TikTok API, to say the least, is not as friendly as some of the other APIs. So I was like, you know what, let's try this again, but on Twitter. And so that's why I did another one on Twitter, just, because I was like, I just built it. I was like, let's do one with an actual API. Because like Twitter has a public API. They're like very transparent about the rate limit. So I know exactly what I'm doing as far as that. And so I was able to make a much better one where basically I tweeted out a tweet, and every time someone liked the tweet, it would actually update my my name based on the number of likes that tweet got every minute. So every minute my thing would be updating, so people would press it. And the funny thing is people started unliking and reliking because they wanted to see it update. And so actually there's times where I would have more in my title than the actual thing would have.
Yeah, people they tried to insert some bugs. They wanted to test you.
Yep, exactly. They were QA.
And I love the disclaimer. I think something not dance inside, something like that on the TikTok one. I can't remember exactly. There was something no dancing here, something like that.
Yep. There's no dancing involved with the TikTok API. Exactly.
Because otherwise people could get disappointed, of course.
Exactly. I don't know if they want to come watch me dance on TikTok, but it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's one day. Maybe one day.
We are waiting.
Are you waiting? Are you waiting for that?
Yeah, of course. Every day I check. Yeah. Yeah.
You check and you're disappointed.
So disappointing, yeah. Yeah. So and this was TikTok. Then you tried this on also on Twitter. How it went? It went. It was pretty well. Was it
Yeah.
easy? Yeah, easier maybe.
Yeah, it was definitely much easier than the
Right.
TikTok one. I also like already kind of had an idea of how I was gonna do it as well after I did
Yeah.
the TikTok one. I was like, okay, I see how this is gonna work. And then yeah, it was much easier after doing
Mm.
the TikTok one. The Twitter one was like a breath of fresh air. And
Mhm.
also like they had what's it called? Like an actual like it took me like a millisecond to figure out how to do authentication with it. That was like the only thing.
Mm.
But then once I found like, oh, there's just I can just use an OAuth thing, it was super easy. So
Yeah. And I have
yeah.
liked that. Just wanted to let you know. So yeah, it was one
Well,
of
thank you. I
the
appreciate the
yeah, of
likes.
course. Yeah, I've tested. It was just a test. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is very good. And yes, so yeah, so thank you for this. Yeah, because it's good to hear your story. Yeah, and what about the socials? How do you use socials? Because I like the how you use them because you don't actually use them or maybe you use them in I love how you use them. Yeah, so what's your experience with all of them? Instagram,
Which socials
especially
are you referring to?
eh? Yeah, Twitter. I don't know which the ones you use more. If you actually they are useful for you. I don't even know if because you said that you started live streaming, but did you have, for example, the Twitter account before? How did you get started? For example, for me, it was Twitter. I think that in the beginning you need one social and then move on. So that's it.
Oh yeah. So I started with YouTube. I mean, I guess I had a Twitch account before I had like was doing YouTube. So I do have a Twitch. I don't really stream at all anymore. I'm kind of on break mode. I might stream again in the future, but it's gonna be different content than just me coding probably. It would be
Mm.
I would do a different format basically. And then as far as after that, YouTube of course, and I did just YouTube for a while, and then I've never really gotten into Instagram. Like I tried a little bit, it just not me. It's just I can't do it. But I like Twitter. It took me a little bit to get used to Twitter, but now I'm used to Twitter, and that's like one of my favorites because you can just text and just go.
Yeah.
It's really easy, and so
Yeah.
that's nice. And then recently, so I've been doing, I guess Twitter. I don't know how long I've been on, maybe like 2 years. I've started using it like more, and then lately I just hopped into TikTok. Like that's like new. Like we're talking like maybe a month I've been doing TikTok. And so right now, pretty much the only thing I'm active on is YouTube, of course, Twitter, and then TikTok. Those are like the three things that I do.
Oh, well, that's quite enough. Yeah. So yeah. For example, in my case, I downloaded Twitter like in 2013. Then I stayed like 6 years without maybe 10 tweets in like 6 years. And then this year, I don't know if lockdown helped me quite a lot, but yeah. So I started using that. Yeah, all my commitment for work it was transferred to usage to Twitter. So it was like 3 hours per day. So it was kind of a lot. Yeah. So and also so and I wanted to ask you maybe one more question, or I don't really know, I don't have a list of questions. So yeah, how did the lockdown impacted you and the way you, for example, your content? Because I talked to many people, they actually did something in that period also for me. So they used those monsters. For example, I has been 2 months inside in lockdown area in Italy. So how's been your experience related to coding and all the content creation?
I would say like nothing changed for me at all because like I'm doing coding content, and the content I'm doing where I'm just like talking in front of the camera, and all the stuff has been like it didn't change because I would just be like in my room filming a video. I'm not going outside in the public in the middle of the streets or something, like doing anything like that. So I would say like as far as content creation, absolutely nothing has been affected by it, at least from like how I'm creating it, of course. Um, and yeah, because that's one of the blessings about being a software engineer and doing YouTube stuff and doing Twitter is you can just do it all remotely. So that's really nice. And so it has not had like from that point
Yeah,
of
but
view,
okay,
pretty
but
much just doing the same
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
But okay, but you at least you know that what we have been through. So at least you know what happened.
Oh, of course, of course, of course. Yeah. But I mean, as far as like, did I change anything that like I was producing? Not really. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and so yeah, in yeah, so just one last question. What would you suggest to a person which maybe is a developer? I think that there are so many developers that they want to get started making some videos, but they don't really do that jump, that step that make them get started. So maybe something for you maybe could help them. I try to give some suggestion, but I'm very, very little. So maybe they don't listen to me. So maybe, yeah. What would you say to someone which kind of new? They want, but they need
They're on the edge. Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what I did, because at first I was very nervous about it and I just didn't share it with anyone. Like I made a YouTube video, I didn't tell anyone about it, not a soul. I didn't share it anywhere. All I did was I started making videos and I just made videos, and basically my attitude was I will just continue to make videos until I'm more comfortable and I understand how to make videos better. And so there was a huge chunk of time, like maybe like we're talking months, where I would just make videos and I told no one about them. And of course, some people picked it up from watching YouTube and the algorithm, whatever, but not a ton. And I was totally fine with that. I just was doing it so I could like build up that skill and get more comfortable with it. So that's my biggest suggestion is if you're uncomfortable, because usually what you're uncomfortable with is people watching the bad video that you make. But if you go back into my old videos, I still have them all. They're absolutely terrible, but that's fine. I like now you can see them and we can just laugh at it. But at the time I was like really like nervous about it. So all I did is I would just keep making videos and I wouldn't tell anyone about it. I would just practice it and I would continue to do them. And then, over time I built up the confidence and the skill level doing that.
Yeah. So just do it basically. Yeah, I think one of the things that stops us is the judgment of other people. So maybe what you say that you just put that you don't tell anyone, but they're on internet. Someone will notice that eventually, even if they are bad. But yeah, so this approach, I love this approach. Is a very practical approach. So you just do it, then you improve. I've learned so much in these months because I didn't even ever edited a video before. I've done some editing. I didn't know how to put a light on myself. Maybe I still don't know that, but I'm working on that. I bought a microphone that saves also my life. For example, if you see the first video, which was with Adrian Tuareg, I don't know if you know him. Yeah, it was amazing, and all my setup was terrible. And I want to leave it like that, but yeah, at least the microphone saved me because it was this one. Yeah, and that's it. For example, yeah, sometimes, for example, I learned that the audio is important when you do videos way
Yep.
more than the video quality. Something that I didn't. Yeah, sometimes I think that sometimes we also makes I think some little excuses like I don't have the best camera. I'm waiting for that camera. I'm waiting for Christmas. Maybe on Christmas someone will give me a way better camera so I can get started. And then
Yep.
the other here, yeah. Instead, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. If you're interested in doing coding videos, there's like no reason to not start. You have a computer. You don't even
Also,
have to show your face at first. Just pull
actually,
up go download OBS. It's totally free. Hit
yeah.
run, record some videos.
I used that
Yeah.
for a couple of videos. It works perfectly. Yeah. For example, yeah, you don't really even need to get a paid product. Maybe there are many, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah. Also, for example, for editing, I've used the DaVinci Resolve. I don't know what you use to edit videos, but yeah. So
Yeah, I use Premiere now, but for the longest time I didn't edit any videos. So like my first like maybe 500 videos or something are just totally unedited.
wow.
So yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is the secret. Let's call it secret, that you just put out content, then wait for feedback, and then you create something else. There is not it's not really a secret because maybe someone could be disappointed by that. So they want to know how to be successful or as you are on YouTube, for example. But it's just hard work. So yeah,
I just make videos and then I look at the videos and see how they do. And if I'm happy with the results, then I continue doing it like that. If I'm not happy with the results, I don't like the views, I don't like what the comments are saying, I don't like X, Y, and Z about it, then I make a change and then I just rinse and repeat. And that's all I do until I am like happy. And like, you're just never happy about some aspect. So you're always changing something. And and then eventually you gets better and better over time.
Yeah, this is simple, but it works. There are no real secrets about that. Yeah, you can get better if you get started. Yeah, the earlier you get started, the more time you have to do that.
There's a bunch of different people approach this stuff differently. Like there's definitely the side of people that do more polished stuff. I'm more of the less polished side, and especially at the beginning. Like I would like at the beginning when I was coding videos, and even still now, I like to just keep the entire like video there. So I got a bug in the middle or accidentally mistyped something, or I got stuck debugging thing for like 5 minutes. I'll just include it in the video as long as it's not too long of a tangent. Like sometimes I just get hard stuck, and then of course I'll just reshoot it. But other than that, I like to just like include these little things because as a viewer, you're going to experience the same errors I'm going to experience as well as the instructor or as the person doing the coding video. So it's like if I can give you a preview into how I get around that and solve those, and you might hit the exact same error as well, instead of just showing the entire process start to finish working the entire time and have this polished perfection. So that's also, it's easier on me, right? If I mess up the middle, I'm not having to like restart or try to edit it out. I just have nice flow all the way to the end.
Yes, because if you feel confident for what you do, if you find a good solution in a matter of minutes, I think it is totally worth to leave it like that, to make mistakes. Of course you make these mistakes on purpose for learn to teach the people. Of course, they are not you don't do mistakes, but you do that on purpose, and then so you can put that on YouTube. So
well, mix of both.
So thank you. It's been really great to know also you, to interact a little bit. This kind of videos with some people. So doing videos, it's always a little bit different from chatting all day long. So
thanks for having me.
Basically that's it. So do you want to say something?
Goodbye, YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Leave a comment below if you made it to the very end.
Subscribe to his channel, please.
And subscribe back to him. Give him a lot of subs. Let's go.